Our estimates regarding enemy ships attacked by submarines southwest Pacific in September were that 8 had been downed, while 5 had been damaged. Post-war reports cut the sinkings in half, hence the score should read 4 sunk for a total of 17,041 tons and 9 damaged. The biggest of these targets was the 8,606-ton aircraft ferry Kanto Maru, sunk in Macassar Strait by Sorry, Lieutenant Commander L.S. Tex Mwini of Buckholt, Texas. Rear Admiral F.W. Koster of the Royal Netherlands Navy, the senior Dutch naval officer in Australia, flew over from his headquarters in Melbourne to inspect the RNN ships and personnel under my command in Western Australia. Admiral Koster was an enthusiastic submariner, having served in Dutch submarines in his youth. He was among those responsible for installing air conditioning in their undersea boats. The first such installation that we U.S. submariners saw was in the Dutch K-13, which passed through Panama about 1929. We were enthusiastic about the idea, but it was not until 1934 that an installation was made in U.S. submarines. This new equipment was strongly objected to by many as being hotel accommodations, but it certainly pulled its weight in the boat in terms of health and endurance of submarine crews operating in torrid waters. The Dutch have always had smart submarines. It was they who invented the device which we call a poppet valve for eliminating the telltale air bubble which normally boils to surface when a submarine torpedo tube is fired. At just about this point, Sea Dragon returned from patrol with a bag of 1 down and 2 damaged. Her skipper also made an amazing report of an appendectomy performed on board. She was the first of 3 submarines to perform this feat before the medicos issued instructions to all pharmacists' mates forbidding resort to surgery in appendicitis cases occurring on patrol. While off the coast of Indochina, 3,000 miles from base, D.D. Rector, Seaman First Class, USNR, came down with an acute appendix. Of course, the submarine carried no doctor, but the pharmacist's mate first class, W.B. Lipes, in charge of the medical department aboard, correctly diagnosed the case. This was before we had learned how to keep such attacks under control with sulfa drugs. The usual ice packs seemed to bring no relief, and the patient was in such pain that he begged the doc to operate. No doubt all concerned, including the captain, Lieutenant Commander W.E. Farrall, had plenty of qualms about the undertaking, but it appeared to be a matter of life or death, so after a careful study of the available medical books, they took the submarine down to 120 feet, where there was no motion of the ship, and went ahead. As our squadron medical officer expressed it, with the help of God and a long-handled spoon, the operation was successful.